Are
You
you
cannot make up
insane?
receipts and say the receipts.
No,
Skeery,
I get what you're saying. You could be trained.
Every single person has an accent. It doesn't matter where you come from. You have an accent to someone.
All right. Wake up, Skeery.
No, hi. I'm awake.
Oh,
I swear I'm not meditating
it's like
today.
the Wiggles when we have to wake
No,
up
I'm good,
Jeff
I'm good.
back in the day.
I caught him mid-yawn. That was a big yawn.
Why did you have to start the podcast in mid-yawn? Why didn't you just wait till I finished yawning? You saw me yawning.
You just had a big yawn going. I'm starting when I start.
Well, I mean, that's like when people talk to you when just as you take a bite. Like, why do you want me to answer now that I'm in mid-chew?
Well, you're not doing that right now either. So, I mean, you've been walking by those cookies and sniffing the cookies.
He has, 10 days left?
I bet, 10 days left to carbs. Actually, yes, 7 or 8.
Like
It's the
Skeery.
carbs.
The carb countdown.
Should we take you to Old Country Buffet on that day?
No.
The OCB?
There's so much drama in the OCB.
I thought you weren't gonna like go crazy again.
I'm not going to go crazy.
Okay.
I have to hold myself accountable.
Scotty is such a dick.
You are. Why don't you think I can do it?
Because I know you for 30 years.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
We do know you.
I'm
for a long
effed.
time.
You really tried to rein it in last year, and
Well,
I think you can do it.
Here's the
you
problem.
got this, Skeery.
So my carbs and sugar binge or run kicks off with us going to Atlantis to the Food and Wine Festival.
Okay, but if you haven't eaten it in that long, aren't you gonna shit yourself? If you,
It's going to be in
I'm not
Atlantis.
kidding.
No.
You can't go
Thank
in
God
that
there's a lot of
fast.
sand.
why is Skeery standing in the ocean?
Same thing. No, actually, Gandhi and Nate and I were there last year at this time.
And you ate yourself
You
into a
went-
sweat.
And it was the same situation. I had just entered back into carbs and
Yeah.
sugar.
It was like that guy that got released out of prison. It just,
Wait, you are not much better. The two of these guys were sweating. They're like, no more meat.
we had meat
Meat sweats.
Because it was like the jerk off, right?
Yeah.
It was the jerk. We were at the jerk
jam.
jerk
You guys were
jam.
at my
Oh
house?
yeah. They really
yeah.
missed an opportunity with the jerk
They
off.
really did. Where were we?
Sorry, we were nowhere because we didn't start really.
Oh,
Did you have like the shits?
No,
They were sweating. They both went home early.
See,
They had to go home.
No,
We ate. Yeah,
Everything.
we ate a lot.
it was jerk jam, and
There's
then
What do you
48
know?
booths, and
Why is
we
Skeery
ate-
building
we
a
had-
hole in the sand?
there was a
I have footages of Skeery standing there sweating like, I can't do it, man. I gotta go. Now you're telling me no? Oh, I'll
Burger.
whip it out.
True.
The
And
burgers.
The burgers. Then another piece of chicken.
And the
Okay.
chicken, there was a lot going on.
What were we going to talk about? Oh,
Celia's
Celia's
here.
Oh, Celia, you're breaking my heart.
Back from Narlands.
Yes, I have returned.
How
What did you
was
just call it?
Narlands.
Narland?
Nobody ever calls it that.
No.
So tell us,
Nolan.
tell us about New Orleans.
Yeah, I was just there for Mardi Gras. I'm like pretty sure I'm like 30% alive right now.
I would say 20, but
Oh, okay.
So you're 70% unalive.
Yes.
But
Dead.
being a resident or from there,
Mm-hmm.
do you do Mardi Gras different than the crazy people that
Oh.
go there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me tell you, those Tulane girls are not real.
okay. I don't even know what you're talking about. Tulane girl? I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Tulane is?
Tulane.
Tulane, the university.
University.
Tulane.
I thought this was like a road street reference.
No, Tulane.
Those are girls that like it
Two
in two
lanes.
lanes. Not a one-lane girl. I'm a two-lane girl.
That's what I
like
thought.
the college.
So tell us how to experience it. Well, tell us how the tourist experiences it, and then compare it to how you experience it. So what is the
Okay.
stereotypical thing a Mardi Gras participant does that comes from New York City?
Beads.
They wake up really early and they like camp out on the parade route because they think that that's like going to be their spot for the night and nobody will go in front of them. But that's really not the case because everyone will show up late. But they camp out, they bring their computers and like do their work from home because they didn't take PTO, and then they go and get food from this one place that's on the route. It's always packed, not even good food. Like not
What
even
is it?
good.
Really?
Superior seafood.
But it says it in the name. It's superior.
Yeah.
She rolled
You
her
think-
eyes too when she
You
said
think,
it.
and guess what? It's a chain. There's Superior Seafood, Superior Grill, and Superior Hamburger and Seafood.
So where should they be going instead of the superior places?
Honestly, places like Uptown, so further down the route, like more local
Uptown
places.
is further down the route? This is so confusing.
Yeah, I know. It really is. Like the route is just basically one street, which is St. Charles Avenue. And it's only on one side of St. Charles because the neutral ground separates St. Charles.
Wait, what?
Huh?
The neutral ground is what the
You have a
streetcar.
demilitarized zone? What is this?
Yeah, the streetcar goes on the
Name
neutral
desire.
ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
And so it's like one side of the street goes one way, the other side goes the other way, and then the neutral ground's in the middle. So that's like kind of what separates you from being able to walk and then being able to just like watch the parades.
Wait, so it's not Bourbon?
No.
What do I know?
There is no parade that goes down Bourbon.
I'm a New
besides
York guy. I don't know.
Barkus. Yeah, Barkus the dog parade is on Bourbon.
He's
sounds
only
fun.
seen New Orleans from Girls Gone Wild.
No, from Cops.
Wow.
Cops.
You've never
That's
been
accurate.
to it? You've never been there?
I have. Elvis took me there. It's the first time I ever gambled, and that's when I learned that Ruth's Chris originated there.
Yes, it
Yes.
did.
And we went there.
I was
It's
just there
so
in
good.
October, and I was there several times over my life. But
Yeah.
but I gotta say, I just a comment because I was in Mardi Gras once. I would never do it again. First of all, I'm way too old for it.
That's not true.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
I've never heard you say that about anything.
No.
I'm
It's-
astounded.
When I was there,
amazing
I
right
was
there.
there, and I reported back to this show. I took time off, and they're like, the only way we let you go, Skeery, and take time off of this morning show is if you call in from the parade route and do reports.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
did, but it was crazy. It was insane. I was annihilated. I don't remember much of Monday, and let alone Tuesday. And if you don't get out into the bars in time, you're out. You're locked out of the bars. And on Wednesday, they start at midnight. They start sweeping the streets with hosing it
this
down with
true?
water. Yes, they
Not
hose down the
anymore.
streets. Is that's all?
Midnight is early, but like you can get into the bars if you're not going to the ones that all the tourists are at, and that's where it's not fun. Because like back to Nate's point, like we go to this place called Le Bon Temps because Le Bon Temps laissez rouler means let the good times roll, and that's what you say during Mardi Gras. It's
I want to
like
go
a
where the
French
locals
term.
go.
Le Bon Temps, Laissez what?
Le Bon Temps laissez rouler.
Laissez
Le
Roulette.
Bon Temps.
Laissez rouler.
Rouvet Lulu Shea.
It's
on
like
that-
let the good times roll. It's because like the parades are rolling.
Bon Temps, that was from True Blood, right?
Oh, yes,
Bon
that
Temps.
was. Yeah, Bon Temps.
Probably I don't know.
Yep.
But so we go to Le Bon Temps, and that's where all the like local soul bands play from like 1 a.m. to like 5 a.m.
Oh,
So we'll like our plan normally is we go hang out with all of my friends, and then you walk on the route. I mean, I was walking probably like 8 miles a day. My shins are splintered, splintered.
I
don't know if that's
whatever
works
the
that way.
Way to
actual
say it.
term
But
is.
isn't
But
there a parade going on today, Tuesday, Fat
Yes.
Tuesday? That's
So-
for tourists?
Rex and Zulu are the ones that happen on Tuesday. Rex is like
Who is Rex?
carnival. Like that is the parade of all parades.
That's the one I went to.
So my best friend was the queen of that last year.
Ooh, how do you do that?
So Queen of Carnival is the biggest deal that you could ever like. You're on national television. You're in the newspaper.
Bigger
you're,
than the president.
How do you become
Like-
Queen of Carnival?
It's actually it's totally patriarchal, but like it's all about literally men and money. So
So you have a rich dad.
and they are from New Orleans, and their family is very involved in like high society and
That's how you
Is
do
there like a vote
Like
or anything?
debutantes.
Or?
no, it
Oh, it's
gets
just-
passed down. And it's actually really interesting the way they pass it down. The queen from the year before, like, plays cards with the next queen and their dads.
Sounds like Alice in Wonderland.
I know.
It has to
And
be.
so, at one point, all three of them, the two dads and the former queen, pass all three queens to the queen, the next queen.
Oh.
And that's how they
Do
know.
they know how it's happening, or do
Yeah, it's like it's like if you know, you know.
So there was like a secret society meeting before.
Oh.
Yes, yes,
It's like the
Wow.
Freemasons.
yes.
Or,
So,
Is the queen always hot?
objectively, you could say so.
Whoa.
See, now the way to
Interesting.
do
I think.
Mardi Gras is to go with her. because
Yeah, for
she's a
sure.
local
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
She knows where to go and where not
I'm
to
realizing that now. So it's not about drinking hurricanes on bourbon in that place
Oh,
that everyone
God,
goes
and
to.
Unless you
Sticking
don't
to
want to
the
last
floor?
all night, that's not lasting you. But we go to bourbon every year still. It's just you have to like, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But also it's both because
It's not one or the other, but it's both.
because I blacked out the first night. So like that's how I knew I came on too strong. So then the next day I went to bourbon and I was like, you know what? I'm drinking water down here until it's like 2 p.m. and I start sweating.
go. Oy.
And then I started sweating and I started
so
drinking.
this is a thing in New Orleans. Do businesses shut down? Does everybody
no.
take the time off?
They're
to do this?
booming.
The opposite, yeah.
So like the banks, they're open.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I didn't have school we had Mardi Gras break when I was in like high school, elementary school growing up. So like because you can't drive anywhere. It's miserable. Like every single street's blocked off. And then this year was even worse because of what happened on New Year's.
Yeah, of
like
course.
I was on bourbon, and I mean, I had like full body chills. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like there was like not Secret Service, but like the FBI and like Homeland Security and like these metal barricades that were like, I don't even.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but I was really relieved, and it was like really great to see that everyone was still down there and like nothing was stopping them.
I wish you had the cool accent.
Okay.
Can you affect the act? Can you do?
Oh,
the act?
absolutely.
Let's hear it.
Oh, well, what do you want me to say? You have to tell me something to say.
Just
and
the
then
rest of the podcast do in the accent.
Oh, that makes
You want me to talk like this?
Yes.
That's how they speak.
My friends speak like that.
Do they really?
How come you don't?
Yeah, how'd you come
I
out
don't
of
know. My mom, I mean, my parents are both from there. My mom
You're
has
not doing
like,
the accent.
oh, apologies. My mom has a really thick accent. She has like a really thick New Orleanian accent, which is like, hey, baby. Like, I don't know how to do it, but
I
they're
always
like,
think about the Princess and the Frog.
yeah,
The friend.
yeah,
Tiana's best friend.
yeah. That's like what one of my best friends really sounds like.
Wow.
She'll be like, no, like tonight, like we're going to be doing this. And I'm like, okay. I don't know anyone that speaks like that normally. Like, why don't I speak like that? My sister doesn't
I'm
talk like
curious
that.
now.
Yeah,
Why
why?
don't you?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
very weird that you don't have any.
And my
kinda-
whole family's from there. And so are like all my friends and their families
You
as
got
well.
shortchanged. on
Yeah.
the accent thing.
Never mind.
Yeah, go ahead, Skeery. What are you going to say? What were you gonna say?
Finish the thought.
No, I mean, yeah, you come from money. What? You're like, so like maybe you were taught to be aristocratic, to speak. You know how like they say that the different.
Oh, she comes from money.
But not a line
She
to
got a
Doodle,
lot
for
of-
God's sake.
Yeah, she's got all
Huh?
She got
Now he's speaking
escarole. That's the
Why are
green
you-
vegetable.
But why are you assuming that
What?
she has money?
No, because a lot of prim and proper. You might have been taught at an early age. You might have
To
got that
act the
accent slapped
accent,
out of you.
yeah.
You
What
know?
did you say?
No, you
Unlike
must.
her trashy and poor mother,
Well, no.
who has the accent.
I'm just gonna back away and let Skeery
But
dig
you're,
this
no,
hole a
you're
little
also
further.
next. You're also next of kin. So apparently, I don't know. Don't you know some of these well-to-do people in these
How do you know
crazy
she's well-to-do,
suburbs?
though?
Don't they all? They all talk like this. They all speak like. Yes.
And they play
Let's go play.
polo at the yacht club on
Everything-
Saturday
That.
afternoon.
Yeah.
So maybe that rubbed off on you somehow. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But both of my parents, my dad has an accent too. It's just,
Yeah.
I think I kind of have a twang.
So your dad's poor too.
Right. So
He grew up poor.
always remember, if you have an accent, you're poor.
Yes.
I'm going to tell my parents.
Yeah, Danielle, you're poor. You
I
got an
gotta tell
accent.
Sheldon,
That's-
I do not have an accent.
Look where I came. Okay, look at me, for instance.
We
I
don't have
grew up in a
accents.
blue-collar neighborhood in Brooklyn, and my accent shows.
It just got stronger as he said, blue-collared neighborhood in Brooklyn.
That's why.
So your theory is anybody with an accent grew up poor.
Not necessarily.
It
'Cause
depends
you-
on the accent.
I really thought that was going to
It
be shut
depends
down
on the
immediately.
accent.
No,
You're,
don't
they're
expect-
entertaining
No.
it because
I get what
I'm
you're saying.
backing
You
it
gotta run
up.
with it.
I do
I'm
understand
coming
what
with
you're saying.
receipts.
There are no receipts that everybody with an accent is poor. Are
You
you
cannot make up
insane?
receipts and say the receipts.
No,
Skeery,
I get what you're
every
saying. You could be
single
trained.
person has an accent. It doesn't matter where you come from. You have an accent to someone.
No, I understand
British
that.
people
True.
think we have accents.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're first generation from another country and you come over, then you that you got that accent. Congratulations.
She was born
Which
in
is
New
fine. I'm not poo-pooing accents. I think that southern drawl is sexy as hell.
He's trying to tell you you'd be sexier if you had the
No,
southern drawl.
I'm not saying
That's
that
what he's
either.
saying.
You're putting words in my mouth.
what
No,
he's
no,
saying.
put any words in there.
Oh my
I think
God,
he said
I
your
can't
mom's
win.
hot. I think he said your mom's
You guys
hot.
ever just wish you could be a listener instead of a participant? I would love to be listening to
Can't
this
win
right
in
now.
this room.
I always wish I could not be a participant.
But credit to you
happening
because you
here?
pulled back. You weren't going to say that, and then you know what? You went for it.
So you're trying to say because we're Brooklyn Bronx accents, we got no money?
No, but
No, just no class.
No,
That's true.
So ridiculous.
Scotty B, you used to have an accent.
That's right.
You
And
have
I
money
paid
now?
to get rid of it. I must be rich.
I'm from Staten Island. I don't have the Italian accent, so I must be very rich too.
Man, this is crazy.
I just think that maybe I don't know. The more wealth you have, the more neutral your accent becomes. I don't know.
Do you know
I
which
don't know.
group in the United States, based on ethnicity, makes the most money, brings in the most money?
No.
Indian people.
I
Like
knew
by
that.
a giant chunk.
Because
Indian people.
doctors?
There's
Oh,
lots
God.
of reasons for it. Doctors,
Okay.
engineers, lawyers.
Oh.
There's just a ton.
Wait, what?
If you think they don't have accents, my friend, let me tell you,
Those are smart accents.
you are very, very wrong.
Oh.
Wait, say that again?
Nope.
Come on.
You got one, Scott. You got one.
You're also Italian. Oh, by the way, I learned that New Orleans,
just rolls right past it.
has I wanted to tell has a huge Italian population.
Yeah.
a gigantic one.
Uh-huh. Most of my friends are Italian.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So do they have Italian like?
Accents?
No.
But they still have the Southern drawl thing going, right?
It's still Southern. But like I honestly now I'm kind of having like not imposter syndrome, but what is it? I don't know. But now I'm scared because I thought that I had like a twang. One of my friends made fun of me the other day for this way I said lemon pasta.
I don't think you do.
I
Or, like,
don't
not
really
even a
do
little.
The way I
You sound
say like
you're,
Laura.
neutral from I don't know
Yeah.
where.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want
wow.
to sound really stupid, but
It's
Too late.
hold on.
The bar is
on this
very low right
podcast.
now. You're gonna be fine.
All right. So Creole is a way of cooking or it's a language?
Creole? No, Creole is a way of cooking, and it's like I think it's a culture.
It's
Yeah.
also a language. If you're Haitian,
Isn't
you
it
speak
based out
Yeah.
of France?
Oh, so it's not in New Orleans.
a
Creole is
culture.
like in
No,
the,
no, you're right because it was like Haitians and Cajuns I think
Okay.
who colonized
Because there was
New
that
Orleans.
chef Justin whatever his name was, the Creole whatever. Remember
Yeah.
that guy from the 80s?
Yep.
And he had a
Justin
very
Wilson.
thick accent like that.
So there's a
Justin-
lot
yeah,
of there's a
no, talk
debate.
about this, yeah.
What's better,
Yeah.
Cajun cooking or Creole cooking? That's a big thing in New Orleans, right?
Ooh.
No,
In
I
your
love it.
opinion,
It's
what's
I
your
like-
a huge French influence. So do they have French
Well,
accents down there?
Cajun is French.
Cajun's
I
French
get
based.
that, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
for
yeah.
and they
points.
too.
So
are
what do you
poor.
like better,
I think I
They
like
are poor.
I like
I have no
Cajun
money.
food more.
Cajun?
Yeah, like I'm going back for Jazz Fest, and I'm really excited because that's where you can get really good Cajun food. Like,
Is that crawfish?
well,
Right.
I mean that's not like necessarily a Cajun food, but it's a New Orleans thing.
Is it like a shrimp?
No,
Crawfish?
it's like
Keep going.
What?
A crawfish?
It's like
Yeah.
a little tiny lobster.
It has the eyes,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yes, it has the eyes and like the big
little-
legs, and I had a bunch this weekend. It was amazing, but it's
Do
spicy.
you eat the whole thing?
Oh yeah. You suck the head and then you pull out.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. You
What's
pull
up?
it. You pull it apart,
sucking
like you
anybody's-
crack it,
When
pull it
Dan-
open,
Danielle starts to vomit.
suck
That's
the
the end
head,
of the podcast.
and then peel the tail, and then you eat the.
You eat the eyes too?
Okay.
The
I
fact
mean,
that you
no,
were
that-
getting out of this by
What
saying
about
suck
the
the head
tentacles?
and no one made a comment about it.
I
It's
said
that-
Yeah,
I
I know,
wasn't. Well, whatever.
Yeah, I
Well,
heard
I
you.
mean,
heard you.
we were all thinking it, but we just glossed over it.
Are there expensive restaurants that serve them out of the shell?
No.
Oh.
Actually, I mean, you could get like
I don't want to touch them.
crawfish Monica, which is like pasta, and it has like crawfish in it, or like crawfish gumbo,
Okay.
or anything like
Sounds
that.
like a
You
drag
know?
queen.
Do you know the good ghost tours?
Oh, like the ones in the French Quarter.
Yeah, because I've gone on a couple of them, but I figured I'd come to you next time to go.
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
really
I
good
can
one.
send you some.
Okay.
I do know the better ones that aren't like traps.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got caught.
You did.
No,
I refuse to
Probably
believe
because
it.
they heard your
the
accent.
one that
They're like, oh,
We
we got
got-
a pigeon
Got a
here.
poor one.
we got
Here's money.
hosed, we got robbed. We went to one that was so bad. We wanted to do over.
They get
Was
you
there a guy
real
in a white
easy.
sheet?
We wanted to do it. He said we wanted to do it.
Yeah, somebody dressed up like a ghost.
Like the Scooby Doo ghost.
I'm actually the ghost of Bourbon Street Past.
Did they refer to you as you meddling kids? Are we done?
God, please, God,
Celia,
yes.
it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
We learned so much.
Yeah.
So much we didn't want to learn.
Oh, wow.
Scary.
Ugh.